I made some mistakes again, but that's okay. Mistakes are the way you learn, I guess. Let me get this set. I can't get it set to where it's just looking at what I'm doing. This is a weird little holder, but it was a cheap one, so I'm happy with it. I bought a wood burning tool to cut it with so it wouldn't fray so bad. And I wrapped it and then cut it off. And so now they're all kind of stuck together on the sides. So now I'm having to go through each one and cut it. And that's okay. I also tried cutting it on my cutting board, and I kind of messed up my cutting board, if you can see. Yeah, it's not made for a hot thing. The lady that did it on heat, with the heat, did it on a glass cutting board. And so I have to be very careful because I have my hand right down here by it, trying to get it off. Sometimes I can get two at a time, and then they might come apart, they might not. It just kind of depends. Okay, here we go. Alright, I went to church this morning. I went to Arlington Heights Baptist Church because I'm taking someone there that likes Baptist churches and wants the traditional kind. I prefer the charismatic, non-denominational style because I like the music, and this person likes the traditional music, so that's fine. So we went, and it was a really good service. The pastor's cool. He talked about his title of his sermon was One Day at a Time, and the scripture was Matthew 6:31-34, talking about how Solomon and all his glory and the lilies of the field, and how we shouldn't worry about tomorrow because tomorrow has enough trouble for its own. And I'm not putting these together like I should because and they're all over the table here. And it was a great sermon, and I was happy with it. And he was talking about complimenting people, and that's something I do all the time. Today we went to Applebee's for dinner, and there was a lady that was dressed really nice. And she was one of the servers, and she had her hair up in this really cool design with this gold band around the bottom of it, and it was just gorgeous. And she was real pretty. She had a real pretty smile, and I had to tell her how nice she looked. And the guy that waited on us had this really cool mustache that was thin, but it was in like pieces that came out like little pieces on each side. Just one little piece on each side. And it was cool. It was, I liked it. And I remembered a guy one time years ago when I worked at Service Merchandise, a guy came in, and he had his in two long finger curls hanging down like to here. Beautiful. I loved him. He said people either loved him. I said, I bet you get a lot of comments. And he said, yep, people either love him or they hate him. And this guy said that most people tell him they like him. It's probably ones that don't like it don't say anything, more than likely, because that would be kind of rude. But I like things that are different, weird, whatever you want to call them. Because I'm weird. I'm different. I like things that are different. Because another word for weird is unique, because we're all unique. Anyway, back to the sermon. He was talking about, ouch. No, I wasn't talking about ouch. I touched the hot, after I had touched it to the mesh, I touched my finger to the mesh, and it was still hot. So anyway, see, I'm really having a hard time getting these things apart. Wait a minute, that one came apart real easy. Let's see if this side will. Nope. I'm going to have to, see, I have to take the thing and bring it down through it. When it doesn't come apart, I have to touch it with that. And does stink. They suggested that you wear a mask when you do this, and I didn't think about that. I forgot about that. But I also forgot about the glass cutting board. They're expensive. Boy, are they expensive. If I get to where I'm doing this a lot, I might put out the money for it, but for now, I don't know how it's going to go. I don't know how they're going to sell. I have my show coming up this next Saturday at Bethany Village, 3554 Shelby Street in Indianapolis, Indiana. Those of you who don't know me, which I haven't had a whole lot of views, so I don't know how many on here know me or don't. How many of you are watching me? I hope I start getting some views. I know I have one subscriber, but it's family. So I don't know. It counts. It does count, yes. Because I love her and I'm glad that she's subscribed. Get off there. Okay. I had the weirdest dream last night. I dreamed that somebody told me I could use their space in Quartzsite to park my camper, which I don't have. In my dream I had one. It was just a little dinky one, but it was perfect for putting in that space. But I didn't have, my car would not hold the camper. So I realized that, and I was like, well, I don't have any way, because they were looking, somebody was looking at it for me, and they said, well, the front of it's in real good shape. And I said, yeah, but I can't push it. I have to pull it. So we looked at the back, and it was just covered with rust, and it was just no bumper. I mean, the bumper was all rusty and yucky, and this is more trouble than it's worth. I could tell you that right now. Actually, I don't know if it's more trouble than it's worth. If I had the glass cutting board, it might not be. It would probably be really nice because I could just slide it right across it, like I tried to do down there on this cutting board that I just paid $20 for. Did I pay 20 for it? How much was it? Let me see if it tells on here. How much it was? It was $6.99. I only paid $7 for it. Okay, that's not so bad. I mean, I still want it because I can use it if I get a rotary cutter. I can use it with the rotary cutter because there's another style that I saw that I want to try. It's daisy, and it doesn't, the frayed part doesn't come out like it does with these. But for a sunflower, you can't do it that way. You have to do it different. You have to have a different kind of petal. But I love the daisy petal. Other than doing the sunflower, I'll probably do the other kind all the time. And you can cut it for those. You don't have to worry about the frays because of the way the petals are put together. It's really cool. And I'll find the link for the lady that did that and put it down there if I could figure out how to do it, how to put the links on. Because I want to give credit to the people I'm learning from. I was telling somebody that I did one for my angels and to show how my angels are made, and they said, yeah, but then they can make their own angels and they won't buy them from you. And I said, I don't care. What do you think about these people that make the wreaths and show you how to make them and how to make money off of them? You know, there's plenty for everybody. It's not like, I don't know, there's just plenty. There's plenty of people out there that like wreaths and don't want to make them themselves. So they will buy them, you know, and there's plenty that'll do it. If they get liking a certain style, certain person, they'll buy theirs. But I'm not crazy about this, doing it with this. I mean, I would be if I had the glass thing. That's the only problem, is not having the glass cutting board. Okay. They stick to each other so bad. I really don't like working with this mesh, but that's what it takes to make the wreaths. And I also had somebody say, well, why are you making flower wreaths? Most people just use wreaths like for Christmas and stuff, but the ones ones I'm seeing online are all different kinds of wreaths, all different kinds of flowers and stuff. They're just really pretty. And, there. Okay, there's that batch. Now I got this batch. How many's left on here? Oh, there's not many. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think. Whew. Time consuming. If I had a grill plate that I could sit this on, I could do it on a grill. You know what? We have a grill. I want to see if the one side is flat. I know one side's got ridges for the grilling, but the other side could very well be flat. And if it is, I could use it. Now that I've almost finished all these, find a place to put this where it's not going to burn anything while I'm gone. A couple of them fell on the floor. Okay, please don't blow onto that and mess up, because I don't know if I have enough to do what I want to do anyway. Although I have a smaller wreath frame. Okay, let me check this board out. It's flat. Oops. Sorry, didn't mean to do that. I'm going to pause this. I'm going to pause it while I clean this off where they made pork chops with them. And then I'll be back. Okay, now that I'm almost done, I found a perfect thing to work with. I got to put these on here. And another one. Oh man, this thing is heavy. Okay, there we go. Oops. I'm losing my camera. Okay. Yeah, let's see. No. Okay. Alright. Now I found the perfect thing. And it looks like it's clean, so I think it'll be okay. Let's see. This is the grill, and that's the other side that cooks like pork chops and stuff. So, put this down. And I may just get, now this is cast iron, so it's really hard to deal with, but I may just get one. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe I'll do that. Let's get one side open. I'll show you where I have all my things just all over the place like this instead of in a pile. Okay. Put you back there. All right, now, oh, let's see what else I want to talk about while I'm doing this. I already talked about don't judge me because I sin different than you. I've talked about angels. And I haven't talked about, I talked about angels to a point. But you know what? I'm going to talk about something really, really weird. I'm going to say something really weird. I said the angels are men. In the Bible, they're all called men. Well, Adam was called a man when he was first created. And he was created after God's own image. And God took Eve out of him. So he was originally what they call androgynous, both male and female. And I believe God is both male and female. I know that's a weird way to look at it, but, you know, I believe it. I believe that's how it is. It just makes perfect sense when it comes to Adam having been a man and then taking woman out of him. So they took the female part out of him and made the woman. And still called him, he was called a man before he made the woman. Ouch. So that flipped up on me. That hurt. And this is 2 pieces. Not just one. I need to open it out. Oh, come on. Okay. Now that I found this after I was almost done with it, and I shouldn't have done it in the row like that, done a whole bunch of them at once. I should have done them one at a time, just like this. but I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be okay. And then it goes over there. And I've got, how many left? 2, 3, 4. I have 4 left. And they are a mess. Okay, and Marty isn't out because the other dog is out, so. And we're concerned that the other dog, who is a pit mix, if she got mad at Marty, we don't know if she would or not, but we don't mind taking chances, because if she did, he'd be gone. One snap and he'd be gone. And they're both old, and they're both in pain, I think. I know mine is. So they're both kind of grouchy, and if he growled at her, she'd probably go after him. So, can't take any chances. Just can't take chances like that. So, let's burn that off. Alright, what do we got left now? 3. Whew. This is so time consuming. It would have been so much better if I'd done it right in the first place. But, live and learn. That's kind of my motto, isn't it? Live and learn. And I will pause this and go out and show you the wreath that I finished, and then I'll pause it and take you and show you the painting. I don't know that I don't think I showed the first painting either, but I'll show all of it in this one. I'll take it out and show it to you. As long as nobody comes home to disturb me and distract me from it. If people come home, I'll have to quit for a while, and then I'll have to do it another, just to show you the completed ones. That's all it'll be. And in my dream, it was my friends from North Carolina that were offering me the spot. And they were the ones who asked me if I'd heard of Quartzsite. I'm like, oh yeah, I heard of Quartzsite. I lived in Quartzsite for 4 years. 4 years? Yeah, 4 years. We moved there in 2005. We started out living in our van. We bought a little travel trailer, but it was sitting. And I'm going to turn this off. One thing that's cool about this, it has an on-off switch. I wish glue sticks had that. Glue guns had an on-off switch. I don't know why they can't. Why they have to either be on or off. I like the on-off switch. Okay. Now, as soon as that gets cooled off. Okay, back to Quartzsite. Then we lived, let's see, we lived in that little travel trailer for about a year. No, 2 years. No, that's it. That's right. Okay, we lived in the travel trailer for a year. Then we moved to a regular one-bedroom trailer in another spot. And we were paying on time for that. And then we had to move to Phoenix because different reasons, but it was all because of Chuck's condition. So we had to move to Phoenix for him. And we lived in an apartment complex for a year. And they did some things that made us have to move out. Not to us specifically, just they had a chiller heater system, which worked really well, and it didn't cost a lot. Our electric bill was like $80 a month. But then they decided to put in air conditioners and furnaces, and the electric bill went up to like $200 a month. Could not afford it. And so we moved out. And we found a little trailer, nice little trailer in a little trailer park. It was really cool. The lady lived next door, became like a best friend to me. And we went places together a lot. She passed away a couple of years ago. And I miss her. She was really sweet. Oh, I forgot I turned that off, and I was still, but I was still able to get this stuff off with it. I may have some of that stuff, but that's okay. Flowers have things on them. Okay, let's turn that over and get rid of all my. I've made a mess because this stuff is all over the place. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to take this back over there after I empty all the excess off of it. I'm not going to put it back in the sink though because I washed it so that I could use this side. I washed this side. It's still got some oil on it. So I could use that side, but the oil will keep it seasoned from what I've been told. Okay. Here. Okay. Out of the way. Oh. I got stuff on my hands. That's okay. It's coming off. All right. Yeah. Okay. Let me clean off my seat here beside me. I think I'm going to go show the things. Nah, oh wait, I'm busy with this. I'm going to finish this. Or at least do what I can until people come home where I have to stop. Because when they come home, there's going to be a lot of people talking and in here, and it's not my home, so I can't say anything about it. What is this? Oh, there was something extra in here. What is that? Another tip. There's other tips in there. How about that? I didn't know that. That is cool. See? There's other tips in there in the package. And I never even saw that. Okay. Let's get them out. Because this is actually a woodcutter tool. It's not made for this, but it works. It works perfect. And it would work perfect. It would work even better if I had had something right to use it for in the first place, instead of messing up my new board I just bought. Because I never needed that board before, but a cutter would be nice. Just a round cutter. Dump this in my trash. This is my trash bag right now. It's the bag that had my cutting board in it. But I want to see what this says now. I never even thought to look at it. I just got the cheapest one they had. It includes universal point, flow point, shading point, cone point, and tool stand. So it's got 4 points, and that's these 3. And the stand. I love the stand. That's nice. I gotta find something to keep these in now. Characteristics, interrupter off on, and protection terminate. Oh, I think that's just saying it in another language. I'm not sure. Yeah, protección terminate. It's the same thing. Yeah. Okay. I didn't even look at it. That's practice with tool on a test piece of wood before attempting to wood burn your finished piece. This will allow you to test the tool's burning speed and how it reacts to your particular piece of wood. That's kind of cool. I might use this on some wood. And it tells about the points, what you can do with them. I think I'm going to keep that. And I'm going to keep that tells what the tools are for. Although, this is 10 inches, but that's okay. I want styrofoam to do the 10-inch thing. This one lady takes and has a piece of styrofoam that's the size that she wants her stuff to be, and she just wraps it, but then she cuts it, and she cuts it with electric scissors, which are really nice too. They're probably really expensive. And again, I'm not going to go to all the trouble of paying for stuff until I know that's getting cooled off. I can touch it, but not long. I can't hold it, but I can touch it. So I think I'm okay with that. Working around here. Okay, where'd my... Everything's buried under here. Let's get rid of that piece. And this little... You know what? The kids might like to play with that. I'll keep that. That makes a cool little... oh, what is that called? I can't think of it. It's not binoculars. Telescope, like a telescope. What is it? Anyway, it's something you look through. And I think that'd be cute for them. They'll play with it. They'll have fun with it. Get some more of this stuff cleaned off. I may have to sweep when I get done. I may have dropped a whole bunch down there. And here's my things. I'm also going to have to cut some green, but I'll wait to do that until I'm done here. And I'll just turn it back on and I'll get the thing back and do it. And let's see, I need some of these. Let me think, do I want to make them first or do I want to put them on as I make them? I think I want to make them first. Let's see how we make them. Make them by putting one corner to the other corner and then scrunching it this way and then putting them like that, yeah. That's it. That's how you do it. I think, yeah. I don't think you need to put the corner to the corner. You just scrunch them. You just scrunch them. And then bring them together like that. And that's, but they're not flat enough. I think that's because of using the iron on them, the heat thing on them. I'm not sure. Not sure I'm going to like that. I may have just ruined this whole thing. And that was $10 worth. Maybe not. Maybe I can do it the other way without worrying about it being a sunflower. Let's see, how did she do that? That's where she scrunched them. Where did I go? There to go, there to go. I dropped my ponytail holder. If I get hot, I got to put my hair up. It was wet when I took it down from being so hot outside today. And it was wet underneath the back where my ponytail holder was. So I had to take it out and let it dry out some. Okay, just did it like this, and then like this, I think. Yeah, that was it. And then like that. That's the petal. Isn't that pretty? I think it is. Okay. So it may not look like a sunflower since I can't do this the right way. And that's okay. Live and learn. Next time. Next time. Okay, I need some wire cutters. That's one thing I gotta get myself is some wire cutters. I have some somewhere. I don't know if I have them here or if they're in California, but I do have some wire cutters. I know. All right. There. Okay, and that's the front. And how it shows there. Okay. And then this kind of stuff will be covered by the others. I'll just make sure to cover the right ones. But I'd really rather this be in the back. So I can, yeah, I'll just twist it back here instead of up there. Okay, just twist, twist. Okay, there we go. I also like when one person made where they didn't even cut it. They did it in like rows around it. It was really cool. And I'd like to try that too. Okay, this has got a piece that needs cut off. A little snippet. There we go. There's that. Okay. This is the ones that covers, because down here is where it would be, all the fraying would be, is down at the bottom here. And this part here is just flour. And if that's what I have to do, that's what I have to do. Okay. These over here. Okay. I'm not going to keep doing this while I'm making all these because that's going to take way too much time. Fold that up. Fold that up. Squish it together. And we have another flower petal. They're not exactly the same, which is okay because flowers usually don't have exact petals. Oh, one thing the pastor said today was he didn't know that flowers went to sleep. And the first time they had lilies that went to sleep. He saw him going to sleep, and he said, these flowers are dying. They're not going to be any good. And she said, they're just going to sleep. They'll wake up in the morning. He said, flowers sleep? So that was funny. Okay, I'm going to pause it and go show you things, and then we'll come back and work on this, and I'll show it to you when it's done. Okay, I might show you it as I make some of it. Depends on whether people are here or not. So let me take it off this. There we go. And we're going to walk through. But I'm going to pause. Okay.